Okay, friends, we're starting out laying down, and we'll just take a few moments here, just breathing. That's all. So find the front of your body can be big and expansive with your inhales. And then feel the whole front body moving inward on the exhales. It's good to start the practice off just paying attention to the breath, kind of breaking it down to the basics here. What's really important? We want to start with that breath. And being still and grounded. We have no other responsibilities or cares right now, except just to notice all the characteristics of the breath. Breathing through your nose, of course. And try to take your biggest, most complete breath. And then clean the lungs out with each exhale. Empty the lungs. So I'll just take a little moment as you're lying here and breathing to talk to you just so that you can get a visualization in your head. I just want to talk to you about the movement of your diaphragm. All right. Continue to relax your body with each breath. Continue to deepen and lengthen the breath. But become aware of your diaphragm. It's a little bowl-shaped piece of muscle between your ribs and your abdomen. So it kind of separates your lungs from your abdominal cavity. Right underneath your ribs there. And on your inhale, it contracts and it pulls downward. And so it sucks air into your lungs. Okay, so sucking air into your lungs, it's pressing downward, but it's compressing all of your abdominal organs as it does that, and they have nowhere else to go. So that's why your belly puffs up and open when you inhale. So I want you to kind of play with that idea and make it super puffy on the inhale. You can even put your hands on it and feel it inflate. And with the exhales, you just simply let go and your diaphragm relaxes and it presses back up towards your lungs. Your abdomen can release all that internal pressure and the organs spread out again. But we take it a step further and we use the abdominal musculature to press the belly button inward, okay? All sides of the abdomen, front, back, and sides, are moving inward with the exhale. And with that, you're actually compressing the rib cage as well. So you're actually squeezing the air out. Okay? And so take a little time just to visualize that diaphragm moving, squishing your organs and giving them a great massage. And then compressing your lungs, cleaning them out. So the bigger your breath is here, the more of an actual massage you're giving not only your abdominal organs, but all the musculature of your torso, your core, your back. Okay, it's all getting massaged and toned, and that's great. Just a few more breaths here, okay? Just really noticing, hopefully, the effects on your body and your mind of breathing deeply for these last few moments. Hopefully you notice a difference. And then let's start to get a little warm, okay? Let's start to just move things around a little bit. So if you bend your knees and move your feet up by your hips, then your knees will be pointing straight up. And your hands can be down on the floor by your hips. And we'll start to press into the feet and lift the hips toward the ceiling. And then bring them back down. Okay, quite simple. You can think of inhaling to lift, expanding the space on the front of your body intentionally, and then exhaling to lower. Okay, you might even close your eyes while you do this, or not in any kind of hurry. As a matter of fact, it would be great to do this slowly so that we can really feel this movement, okay? And so I'm just going to throw out some suggestions here as you move. I'll start with our feet. So first of all, as you move up and down with your hips, could you drag your feet towards your shoulder blades? So I want you to feel your hamstrings turn on when you do that. Your calves might turn on, your glutes might turn on. So drag your heels towards your shoulder blades. So the back body is now active. Let's activate the core. We can do that by, in your mind, putting an imaginary tennis ball between your knees and hold it as you come up and down. It's gonna try, your knees will try to drop the tennis ball, but don't let that happen. And notice how that feels in your core. Okay, it should go, feel it in your belly button. Let's talk about upper body. How about bending your elbows here so that you can really press your elbows and your shoulder blades and even the back of your head into the floor as you move. And lastly, all the way up to your neck. Make sure you point your nose straight up so that the back of your neck arches softly off the floor. Okay. All right, we've been doing some bridges for a while, so the legs are feeling a bit warm. Next time you come up, hold and breathe. Activate the heels toward your shoulder blades. Press the shoulder blades down. Nose points up, knees move inward, breathe. Okay, continue to activate the legs. Feel like your belly button is just rolling down towards your ribs. And for these last few breaths, could you move your tailbone even further away from the top of your head? Next time you exhale, could you slowly roll your spine down from top to bottom, one vertebra at a time, just finding so much length in your spine. Continue to move your tailbone away from your head while you do that. All right. When your hips land, go ahead and get your feet up in the air and circle out your ankles. Feels nice. After that activation on the backs of the legs, it might feel good to kind of stretch out your hamstrings. And let's warm up the core a little bit more. Okay, so interlace your fingers and point them up. And then take your hands out past your right leg. And then reach your fingertips so far forward toward the opposite end of the mat over there that your head and shoulders come up. So keep your long neck, please. And keep everything the same here. We're locking it in. We're only going to move the left leg. So flex your ankles so your toes are trying to reach back for you. And press your left heel toward the front of the mat. Hover and bring it back. Okay, again, press the left heel forward. Hover and bring it back. Let's do that 10 times. Here's 3. I like to exhale when I pull it in. Maybe you try that. Inhale. Exhale. Again. 5 more. 6. Okay. 2 more. You got this. Okay, next time you extend the leg, hold and breathe. Hover that long leg out there. Breathe. Okay, push through the right heel, push through the left heel. Maybe increase the distance between your heels if you like. Maybe lift the shoulder blades a little higher. Send the fingertips further forward. Find that nice core engagement. 3, 2, and 1. We're going to let the upper body come down. We're going to send the left leg up. We're switching sides. So come on up. Fingers point past that left knee so you have the shoulders and head up. And we're only going to move the right leg. Here we go. Right leg presses forward through the heel. Send it back up. Here's 2. And up. 3. 4. 5. Number 6. You got this. Number 7. Keep it going. 2 more. Last one, reach out, hold. Push through both heels. Maybe increase the distance between them. Maybe reach the fingers further forward toward the front of the mat. Hold and breathe. All right, 3, 2, and 1. Let it go. All right, tuck your hands behind your knees. Let's take a few rocks and rolls. Little back massage moment. Okay, next time you rock up, try and balance. Balance. You can use your hands and feet if the balancing is too challenging. And next time you come up, let's really balance right there in our Navasana, in our boat pose, okay? So remember, you have options in your boat pose. You can always drop your hands behind you and your feet in front of you. As a matter of fact, go ahead and start there. Start with your hands behind, feet in front, and we'll just take it up. So it's a spectrum. This is your boat spectrum. So this is one end of the spectrum. If you feel great here, hands to knees, and I want you to lean back a little bit so that you feel your core engaged, okay? Belly button is moving in. Tailbone is definitely pointing at your toes. And your shoulder blades are definitely moving down as your heart moves up. If all of that is great, lift one leg, lift the other. Assess whether you'd like to keep going down the spectrum or stay where you are. If all is going great, reach one hand forward, other hand. Perhaps one leg extends today, perhaps both legs extend. And if you feel great here with your arms and legs extended, you're going to start to move your toes closer to the ceiling. So let's take a few breaths here in your boat. If your hands are free, put your palms together and turn to the right. Tap the floor on the right with your fingers. If your hands aren't free, just turn, okay? Bring it through center, inhale. Exhale, turn to the left, tap the floor. Inhale through center. Exhale, turn. Let's do this a few more times, okay? Side to side. Keep breathing. Center and twist. You feel that twist in your core. Center and twist. 3 more times, side to side. Keep breathing. 2 more times. Last time. All right, that was it. Go ahead and cross your legs and roll over to hands and knees. Let's just do a few cat-cows here just to get the spine a little bit more mobile, a little bit more fluid. So grip the mat strong with your tiger claw hands, please. Elbows move in slightly, and your belly button is always lifting, even when you move your heart forward. Don't let the belly button drop down. So with your inhale, heart forward, please. Long neck. With your exhale, push the floor, please. Let your head go. Let's take a few more rounds of cat-cows, just like that. Okay, close your eyes. I want you to really find your breath driving the movement rather than vice versa. Let's let the breath dictate how slowly we go. Make sure to roll sideways into your rib cage a few times. Get some extra spaciousness in the side body. And now tuck your toes, and we're going to mix it up a little bit. So on your inhales, you're still moving your heart forward, a cow pose. With your exhales, lift your knees and your hips up and back. Find sort of a down dog. It doesn't have to be straight legs. Maybe keep them bent. Let's do that a few times. Inhale, heart moves forward, cow pose. Exhale, sort of a down dog pose. Take a few more. Just getting warm, guys. Notice if the backs of the legs open up slightly. And now I'm going to give you one more option just to kind of mix it up. Next time you come down to your cow pose for a little extra challenge, hover your knees just off the mat so they don't come all the way down. Then back to your cow pose, back to your down dog. Inhale, floating cow, we can call it. Exhale, down dog. 3 more times. Floating cow. Down dog. 2 more. Nice challenge for the legs. Last one, floating cow. And let's hold here and breathe. Okay. So lift that belly button. Keep the knees low. Send the heart a little bit forward. Could we send the elbows a little closer to each other? Feel your upper body turn on. Okay, could we put a slight squeeze between the knees like we're holding a tennis ball between them? Great warm up here. One more big breath in. And we're letting it go. With your exhale, walk your hands back towards your feet. We'll take our feet kind of wide as a yoga mat would be, maybe. And if you bend your knees, you can just hang. Hang for a moment and just swing. Maybe swaying feels nice. I like a little sway. But let's think about what's actually happening here. The low back is pouring out of your hips like a waterfall. So do bend your knees to the degree that your chest can hang close to your knees and your low back gets the chance to really traction out, okay? It's a unique opportunity for your low back that we want to take. And as you're ready, we're rolling it up. So take a big breath in here, press into your heels, come on up. Reach up tall. We're going to take a side bend here. So wrap your belly button into your spine. Exhale, reach to one side. Press your hips the other way. Hands go one way, hips go the other. Inhale, back up to center. We'll just switch sides. Reach to the other side. Hands go one way, hips go the other. Inhale, back up to center. And with your exhale, fold. Hinge at your hips. Bend your knees. Palms are coming down. Walk your hands forward on the inhale, finding a little momentary plank. And you can use your knees in a plank, of course. With your exhale, just come down to your elbows. Just tuck them in. Come that far down. Inhale here, press it back up to your plank. And then I'm going to ask you to reach up with your right hand and find a momentary side plank. And you can drop your left knee if that's more appropriate today, okay? Your choice. Exhale here, back down to your regular plank. And then elbows to ribs. We're just coming that far down, okay? Really getting your upper body strength happening here. Maybe you're using your knees. Back up to plank on your inhale. Left hand reaches up. So another side plank. Maybe the right knee comes down. Exhale back down to a plank. This time, lower yourself down slowly all the way down. Let's take some cobra time here. So heart rolls up and forward on the inhale. Really think of gripping and pulling with your strong arms. And heart releases downward on the exhale. Can we take a few more cobras here? It should feel good. Strong hands, pull forward. Inhale, pull heart up. Exhale, release heart down. So everyone's cobra is so different here. Okay, it might be a little tiny cobra like I'm showing right here. Or you can even take your fingers out to the sides, come up on your fingertips, and make it a really big cobra. So you decide what's right for your back today. Maybe 2 or 3 more cobras, just like you want. Okay, find your last cobra. And then come into what I call a sustainable cobra. So a cobra that you don't need your hands for. It's probably going to be a lot smaller than when you were using your hands, but that's fine. You're looking at the ground. Your palms are nice there under your shoulders. Pull your elbows in. So your elbows are definitely pointing at the back of the mat. And then we'll float our palms up off the floor. So let's just take a little time to breathe here. Okay, feel your hips really heavy on the mat. So super heavy hips, super, super heavy. Although your hips are heavy, could you put a feeling of liftedness in your belly button? Okay, and from that lifted belly button feeling, could you start to lift your legs and shoot your toes like lightning bolts away from your belly button? The top of your head is shooting away from your toes. So let's lengthen that top of the head away from the toes. And if all is going well, we can reach our hands back too. Spin the palms out so the thumbs face up. And we're just going to breathe here and let the back body do its thing. So feel that warmth in your back body. If it's too much, come down and take a break. No problem. But if you're feeling great, reach the heels a little higher. Reach your thumbs a little higher. Move the top of your head a little further away from your toes. Nice back strength here. One more big breath in. And as you exhale, come down slowly. Drop your hands under your shoulders. And I'll meet you in a down dog. Come on up. Walk out this down dog for a little while. Notice how backs of the legs feel, shoulders, roll it around. And then I like to do a good shake of the head. Yes, here and no. All right, let's start to move. Inhaling here, get your right leg up and out behind. Exhaling here, drop your right foot outside your right hand. Boom. Step the left foot forward as well outside the left hand. So you're in a really big squat. Okay, big wide squat. Inhaling here, come up to standing. You can reach your arms up overhead. Exhaling here, sit down into a chair with your legs wide. So a big squat. You can think of dropping your hips nice and low, level with your knees. Inhale back up to standing. And exhale, hinge at your hips and fold. Palms are down, right leg steps back, left leg steps back. We're in a plank. Okay. See if you can lower yourself down really, really, really slowly here as you exhale. With your inhale, take your cobra. Whatever it is, pull your heart forward and breathe. Exhale here. I'll meet you in down dog. Take a few breaths in down dog, guys. Just walk it out, pedal it out. Hands press forward, feet press back. Kneecaps are lifting and heels are moving down. Let's do it again. Other side. Inhale here, left leg up and out behind. Exhale, drop the left foot outside your left hand. Drop the right foot outside the right hand. Drop it into your squat. And inhale, roll it up, standing. Exhale, sit down into a big squat. Back up to standing, inhale. Exhale, big fold. Palms are down in your squat. Step the left leg back, right leg back. Inhale, plank. Exhale, lower yourself down slowly. Inhale for that cobra. Exhale, let it go, down dog. Couple breaths here. We'll keep it going. Inhale here, right leg up and out behind. Exhale here, this time pull the right knee to your right elbow. Pause right here, push the floor down, and make sure that your back knee can come down if you need a break, okay? Could we slide this up to the armpit? The knee up to the armpit, right knee to right armpit. Could we slide the right knee over to the left armpit? Okay, hang out over there. Remember to breathe. Slide it down to the left wrist. Back over to the right wrist. We made a little box shape. And then back up to the right elbow. Inhale here, right leg up and out behind. Exhale, right foot steps between your hands. Boom. Inhaling here, reach up, crescent lunge. Try to pull your knees together as you lift your heart. Okay, exhale here, all hands down, back foot steps forward and fold. Feet are about hip width here. Inhaling here, lift high, reach up, lift your heart. Exhaling, sit down into your chair. Maybe look at your hands as you drop your hips. Inhale to standing. And exhale, you're folding. Palms are down. Right foot back, left foot back. Inhale, plank. Exhale all the way down. Lower slowly, elbows in. Elbows in for your cobra. Big breath in. Exhale for your down dog. Walk it out here, shake it out. Second side. Inhaling here, left leg up and out behind. Exhaling here, left knee to left elbow. Hold and breathe. Okay, you can always drop the right knee for this adventure we're about to take on. Okay, strong in the core, my friends. Lift that left knee up to your left armpit. Hold and breathe. Nice challenge. Send it over to the right armpit. Hold and breathe. Send it down to the right wrist. Breathe. Push that floor. Keep pushing the floor. Send it over to the left wrist. Breathe. We made a little box. Back home to the left elbow. One more breath here. And inhale, send the left leg up and out behind. Exhale, drop the left foot between your hands. Inhale here, crescent lunge. Heart up, knees squeeze toward each other. Exhale here, all hands down. Back foot steps forward and fold. Inhale, roll it up. Exhale, sit into your chair. Okay, move those knees together. Look up at your hands. Inhale to stand. And exhale to fold. Palms are down. Left leg back, right leg back. Inhale, plank. Exhale all the way down. Inhale for your cobra. Exhale, down dog. Take a couple breaths here. Shake it off. Okay, let go. Whatever just happened. Maybe 5 or 6 breaths here, just settling in to your down dog. Maybe close your eyes. Okay, heels move down and back. Kneecaps move up. Elbows move in toward each other, and the eyes of your armpits are looking at each other, okay? Here we go, friends. Let's keep it moving. Inhale here, right leg up and out behind. Exhale here, drop the right foot between your hands. Boom. Inhale here, crescent lunge, coming up. Okay, exhale here, drop the back knee to the floor. We'll just do it 3 times. Back knee comes down. Try to keep the front leg just like it is. And inhale, lift the back knee. Exhale, back knee down. Inhale, lift it. One more time, back knee down. Hold right here. It's hovering just off the floor. Hover, hover, hover. Try to squeeze your knees together here. Okay, try to lift the heart a little more. Could we wrap the belly button in even more? Maybe join your hands behind you. Open up the fronts of your shoulders and send your hands back. If you're feeling pretty good here, extend that back leg, push through the heel, and drop the hips a little lower. One more big breath in here. With your exhale, release your hands under your shoulders. Boom, boom. Right hand up. Big breath in. Hold and breathe right here. Nice little twist. If you need a break, drop the back knee. Not a problem, okay? If you're feeling good, keep squeezing the knees together. Maybe get some crackles and pops out of your neck. Okay, now I'm going to ask you to do something kind of funky. Okay, point your right toes really out to the right. So really pick up your right toes, point them out there, and see if you can, maybe a little hop, drop onto the outer edge of your left foot. Okay, keep the left leg straight and strong, and keep a really strong flex in your left ankle. Don't let it get passive, okay? So flexed, both ankles flexed. Now you're looking out to the right. Could you push into the floor and lift your hips a little bit? And could you bend that right knee and drop the hips? Again, inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Feel free to make a big arm movement with it, okay? Right arm sweeps overhead as you inhale. And right hand reaches back as you exhale. One more time, big breath in. One last big exhale. Nice, drop hand under shoulder. So right hand is back where it belongs. Right foot is back where it belongs. And we're popping back up on those left toes. We'll send it back to down dog. Take a breath or two, shake it off. Notice how you feel. And inhaling here, heart moves forward, plank. Exhaling, tiptoe to your hands. And fold. Roll it up on your inhale. Sit into your chair, exhale. Inhale to stand. And exhale to fold. Palms are down. Inhale to plank. Exhale all the way down. Inhale for your cobra. Exhale, down dog. 5 or 6 breaths here, friends. Just settling in, feeling that difference every time we return to down dog. A little warmer, a little more open each time. Heart rate increasing maybe, body heat increasing, breath getting deeper, who knows? Let's keep going. Inhale here, left leg up and out behind. Exhaling here, left knee comes forward, drop the foot between your hands. Inhaling here, crescent lunge. Okay, up in your crescent lunge, exhaling, drop the back knee to the floor, tap. Inhale, lift, try to keep the front knee where it is. Exhale, back knee taps. Again, inhale, lift. Exhale, tap, and let's hold it, hover it an inch off the mat, hover, hover, hover. So even though you're hovering, try to squeeze your knees together. Maybe join your hands behind you. Could you cross the opposite thumb on top this time and move the hands back? Lift your chest up and open. Find your breath. Make it calm. Maybe if everything's going great, you extend your back knee and drop your hips a little more. One more big breath in here, yogis. And let it go on your exhale. All hands down under your shoulders. Inhaling here, left arm up and open. So big twist. Hold and breathe here, and I will spin around to face you. So you are twisting, so you want your longest spine. Okay, you want that long spine, and keep in mind the back knee can come down if you just need to take a break. So put a little squeeze between your knees, and we'll start to flip it into that funky shape, that funky lunge. So we're going to point the left toes out to the left, and I really want to encourage you to keep that left ankle really flexed and strong. Let's flex the right ankle as well and drop to the outer edge of the right foot. Sometimes you have to give a little hop. So take your time getting there. Fallen warrior, I believe this one is called. Like you were in a warrior posture and you just fell over. Okay, so we're gonna use this left arm maybe. Inhaling here, press into that left leg. Lift your hips, reach the left hand over your head. As you exhale, bend into the left knee, drop your hips, reach your hands to the other side of the mat. Notice how your hips are feeling, right and left. Inhaling, send it up. Exhaling, drop it low. Again, big breath in. And big exhale. Okay, let's just do it one more time. It feels nice. Big inhale. And big exhale. All right, letting it go. Spin that left hand back to under your shoulder. Put the left foot pointing forward with the toes. We're popping back up on the right toes. And I'll meet you in a down dog. Shake it all off. Walk it all out. Inhaling here, find your plank. Exhale, tiptoe to your hands. And fold. Inhale here, roll it up. Exhale here, sit into your chair posture. Inhale to stand. Exhale to fold. Halfway up, inhale. Big fold, exhale. Let's do that a few more times, okay? You can use your fingertips on the floor or your shins. Halfway up, inhale. Maybe bend your knees with your long spine. Big fold, exhale. Maybe one more. Big breath in, halfway up. Big exhale all the way down. So take a moment here. We've gotten the legs and the hips and the back and the shoulders quite warm. However, maybe bend your knees if you feel kind of limited or stuck here. Don't want you to feel stuck. We're going to play around a little bit. So if you have a block that you like to use here, go ahead and put your block in front of you so you can put your hands on it. If you don't need a block, I'd say fingertips is great. Palms, awesome also. We're going to pick up the left foot. Okay, pick up your left foot and cross it over to the other side of your right foot. And you can put them next to each other, or I'll turn slightly to show you. You can also put some space between them. So it's really up to you and what's comfortable. But find a nice, comfortable posture here and maybe bend your knees. They don't have to be straight. So you might start by just walking your hands out to the right. So walk your hands to the right. Notice how it feels in your hips. Let your head hang. Let's just breathe right here for a little while. You can keep walking your hands out there if you like it. Eventually, maybe pointing your fingers behind you and twisting to look forward. But only if that's fun and feels nice. Don't ever want to do anything that's not fun on the mat. Okay, we'll bring the hands back to center and we'll switch sides. So we'll put the left foot back to normal. Now we'll pick up the right foot. Okay, I'll turn to show you. Maybe you can get it at this angle. The right foot swings over to the left and steps down. So you can have the feet close to be more gentle. You can have the feet far if you like this opening feeling. So take a moment here, just grounding into your feet, bending your knees, please, letting your head hang. And then as you're ready, walk your hands to the left. So all fingers point to the left. Really nice opening in that right outer hip. Maybe you like it so much, you keep walking your fingers to point all the way behind you, and you start to look under your right armpit. All right, let's bring the hands back to center. Step the feet back to normal. And since you're at the front of your mat, just come down to your knees. Just bring one knee down and then the other knee down. Okay, and we'll take it into a puppy pose from here, or a open heart pose. Okay, it's one of my favorite postures because it really does help you open up all this space from your chin to your chest, from shoulder to shoulder. And that's where we get locked up the most, okay? Most of us are working at computers just way too much. So this is helpful. So hips are over knees, please. And hands walk out as far as they can without moving the hips forward. And for your best experience here, I would say come up on your fingertips, okay, all your fingertips. So your palms are lifting, your elbows are lifting. And before you even come down, move your elbows away from each other. However, don't compromise the length of your neck, okay? So you still want that long neck. Think about lifting your belly button inward so that your low back stays long and open. That will allow all the expansion to go into your upper chest as your upper back extends. With all of that being said, my friends, start to press into your fingertips and lower your throat toward the floor, okay? Now, you might decide at some point that you'd like to just rest your forehead on the floor and hang out here, moving your elbows away from each other, feeling that big chest expand downward. You might decide you are fine with that. You maybe journey through to drop the chin to the floor. So we've got a spectrum here. So choose where you want to be on this spectrum. If the chin is okay, I'd say go ahead and put your chest on the floor. And then I'll just keep giving you choices on the spectrum. So if your chest is on the floor and you're feeling great, extend one of your legs. If one leg felt great, try the other. And if all of that went well, I'd say try both. All right, whatever happened in your open heart posture, take a few more breaths. And then start to walk yourself up out of this. Hands come up, up, until you're back on hands and knees. From here, friends, you can sit your hips to one side and we'll come to our backs. Okay, so come on down. You can tuck your hands behind your knees and roll it down if you like. Okay, and I'd like to do a shoulder stand with you today. Nice little shoulder stand. So get your legs up in the air and drop your hands by your hips. And so if you already do shoulder stand at home, it's something that you do. You don't need me to talk you through it. But if you want me to talk you through it, let's go step by step. Otherwise, just go into your shoulder stand. You don't need me to talk you there. Okay, friends, moving through the shoulder stand spectrum. So we start at one end of the spectrum, just right here. You can bend your knees here and then kind of rock your hips up using your hands to push down so that your knees come close to your chest. Maybe even eventually they float above your head. And at this point, if your knees come up above your head, I want you to bring your hands to your lowest ribs and support yourself. And it's really important here that you just look up and don't really look at me on the screen. So just use my words to talk you through. Make sure your nose is pointed straight up at the ceiling and there's a grapefruit of space between your chin and your chest. Could you really press your shoulder blades into the floor, like really press them down? Elbows are trying to squeeze together. You're feeling really supported with the strength of your upper body, holding onto those lowest ribs. If all is going well, you can start to point your knees up. Keeping a nice squeeze between your knees so the midline is strong. If that is all going well, you can point your toes up. And you want to think of stacking everything nicely. So shoulder blades are the bottom of the stack. The ribs stack nicely on top of the shoulder blades. Hips, knees, toes, they're all in a nice line. And I like to think of reaching up as tall and strong as a flame here. So squeeze your legs together, flex your feet, look straight up and breathe. There are so many benefits to holding this shoulder stand, okay? There's almost too many for me to even list, but your heart rate is dropping. Your blood pressure is dropping. All of the stress hormones in your body are being balanced out by feel-good relaxation hormones. Your heart is getting a break. All the lymph and fluids in your lower body are draining and getting cleaned out. Okay, now I want to talk you through coming out. So try not to just explode. Try to come out with me, really intentionally. So coming out, please bend your knees, pull them back in towards your forehead. At that point, you can take your hands back to the floor. Please keep looking up. Please keep looking up. And then try extending your legs to point your toes behind you. And I want you to make this last a long time. Could you roll down as slowly as possible? Maybe one of your vertebrae comes down every second. Keep breathing. Keep looking up. Use your upper body to control your descent. Strong triceps. Very nice. Next time your hips come down, you are officially grounded. Drop your feet. Notice the effects of that shoulder stand. Okay, so I'd like to offer you one more adventure before we just twist and relax. So press your hips up off the floor here. We're going to find a bridge. So hips are coming up. Remember all the things we talked about in bridge. Your feet are hip width. Your knees are moving inward. Your neck is soft and your nose points up. So if this is where you'd like to stay, then please stay right here. If you want to journey onward, we can play with a little back bend, little back extension, and I'll just talk you there. So point all your fingers up at the ceiling, and then point them back at the back of the mat, and then point them down at the mat. So you're going to flex your palms, flex your wrists to do that, and then your fingers will come next to your shoulders, pointing back at your shoulders. So your elbows are pointed up. Okay, here we are. As you're ready, push into your hands and your feet and just come up onto the very tip top of your head. Pause here, decide whether you want to back it up or keep going. And if you can keep your knees and elbows moving inward rather than outward, I'd say go ahead and press the floor away from you. If all is going well, you can walk your feet in towards your hands. But make sure that your knees are moving inward and not splaying outward so that your low back stays open. And try to push the floor away and pull your heart between your arms. Breathe. Maybe one more big breath here. And lower yourself down. Pull your knees into your chest. Give yourself a hug. What a great practice. Nice work, yogis. All right, let's seal this practice off with a nice little twist. So if you drop your feet to the floor and move your hips a little bit to the left, then your knees will fall nicely onto the right side of the mat. And we can look to the left, away from the knees. And we'll just breathe here. Let's take some long, slow breath. Long spine on the inhales. Belly button to spine on the exhales. As you're ready, bring the knees through center, and we'll move our hips over to the right side of the mat this time. Knees drop to the left. Look to the right. Long, slow breath. Maybe the left hand grabs a knee. Close your eyes. Feel your body cooling down. Your breath and your heart rate slowing to normal. A big expansion in your chest. And then take your time bringing the knees back in through center. And as you're ready, friends, extend your legs, find your resting posture. Okay, you have made it to your final relaxation. And some people would say this is the most important part of your practice. So I really encourage you to give this moment to yourself, just to be still after all of the many movements that you just let your body explore. And giving yourself a little time to notice all the sensations swirling around your body. Allowing your nervous system time to consolidate all of that movement into some sort of usable long-term memory. Breathing through your nose. Your jaw is soft. Your eyebrows are soft. Everything on your mat is soft. If your thoughts get distracting, just sit back and laugh at them. Please keep resting like this for as long as you can. Thank you so much for joining me.